My name is Dinithi, welcome back to my channel Books and Coffee, and welcome back to another reading vlog. So this is a very exciting one, and I've been trying to see if I've been contemplating whether I should make like a special announcement with my TBR for this readathon that I'm gonna do for the entire month. But then honestly I couldn't find the time, so instead of that I'm just gonna, and time flew by and it's already the 1st of September, so the readathon has begun. But I have prepared everything, and my two friends Aisha and Inosh, they're both gonna participate, and we're gonna be reading 7 books for the entirety of the month. It's not a big problem for Inosh because he reads like a bajillion amount of books per month, but for Aisha and I, we don't read a lot, but we're gonna try to see if we can actually get through all 7. Now this readathon is hosted by G over at Book Roast, and it is the magical readathon Orillium, the Novice Path. And ever since it was announced, I have been waiting to start doing this because it's one of the she used to host the magical readathon for Harry Potter, and now she changed it to, she created this entire world for readers, for us to join, for us to create our characters, develop our characters, and then go to this magical academy to basically harness our powers and study, and to be a career, like study and make a career out of what we like, something like that, right? And it's such a fun and creative way. Like she created an entire world, and she's allowing us to be part of it for free with no extra cost. It's just a fun thing for us to do as a community, and I'm just so excited. So basically I will show you a map of this world called Eldia. So it has 5 continents, and there are different species in this planet. The idea is you get to choose who you want to be, where you're from. You can create your own name, you can design your own avatar, and then you can start this journey with everybody. So I'll also put the different types of people on this planet, right? You have the humans, and you have elves, and you have earthlings, Iltyrians, Skamon, and the dwarves. Yeah, so those are the main types of people on this planet, and you get to choose who you want to be. I want to be a dwarf, and for like a bunch of different reasons. One thing, it's the closest to who I am now, right? I'm a very short person, you probably can't tell, but if you meet me in real life, you'll see that I'm very short for my age, and I have very tiny hands. So it is explained as dwarves are extremely critical, analytical, and logical. They are responsible for the majority of Eldia's breakthroughs. Dwarven women in particular are famous for their innovative science. They are a highly competitive and proud community. They're also known for their peculiar dry humor that is definitely an acquired taste. So yes, I think my sarcastic humor would go well with this, and I love to be analytical and critical and also logical. So anyway, a lot of things that tick the boxes for me when it comes to these dwarves, and they're actually pretty cute. Look at that dwarf lady. Now how this readathon works is, if, as you can see on the map, there's something called Orillium, and there's an Orillium Academy where all of these different species can go and learn, like I said in the beginning, and basically hone their affinities that you have. It's very similar to Harry Potter, where you go to Hogwarts, and if you want to be an aura, you have to study the dark arts, right? So this particular readathon called the Novice Path, it's like a map, right? I'll show it here, and you basically have to go from the Novice Path to the Orillium Academy. You have different destinations, right? So to start the Novice Path, you have a reading prompt, and the prompt for that is to read a book with a map on it. It's sort of like a RPG game, right? A role-playing game, where at each of these destinations you are given a challenge. You have to decide how you want to do it and how your character will, what your character will do and what decisions or choices they're gonna make, and that's gonna build up your character, right? And at the end of it, you will end up at the academy. That's the final destination for all of us. So by the time you would have had like a really well-tuned character, I will put the link to G's introduction video and the announcement and all of it. She has all of these maps you can download. It's a lot of effort and energy that she has put into such an incredible thing. I'm just so happy to be a part of it. Now, in terms of like what I'll be reading and with my friends, I will show it to you as I'm reading it, right? Because I don't have all the books with me right now to do a proper TBR, because it's gonna be for a month anyway. So the first one is, like I said, the Novice Path Entrance, and for that we had to read a book with a map on the cover. So for that I went with City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. So this definitely has a map, and the two of us are going to read the same book. So how we did it, right, we divided up the prompts. There's 7 prompts and we divided it up. So this one was like a collective one we all wanted to read. So aside from that, there were 6 left. So we each got 2 prompts and we recommended 2 books. So that's how we did it, and now we're all reading the same books, and I'm excited, right? I've always wanted to do this magical readathon with my friends and finally have a community where I can do that. Anyway, so this is the map of, what is this? It's like a normal map, but it has different names for the countries. So yeah, I think these are like really old names. I'm not sure, I need to look this up. I'm really bad at history. Anyway, I'm gonna start this. Of course, like with 7 books, I really can't do that with my job, right? I legit work like 8 hours a day. So I'm also gonna read, like, I'm also gonna listen to audiobooks, and yeah. So if you want to join, this will probably go up on Sunday. So you can still join. There's no deadline or anything like that. Okay, you can, even if you read a few books, it's okay. Like I'm a very strict rule follower, so I need to start at the beginning. I need to do it properly. But you can literally just join in whenever you want, read the book and be part of this. There are like live shows, and there are reading sprints on Twitter and Discord and YouTube, and there's also, ignore this lighting, oh my god. And there's also a 24-hour readathon happening somewhere during the month. So excited for all that. Yes. So that is the magical readathon. I will be participating the entire month of September. Hopefully I can read all 7. And thank you, G, for creating this world, because I'm really excited. I literally pressed end and the lighting went away. I don't know. Anywho, so the time is 9:17, and I'm going to start reading, and I've opted to later. It is day 2. Sorry I couldn't update you last night. I was too busy watching The Good Girls. The new season came out on Netflix, so I've been watching that. But I did read. I read a bunch, like yesterday. I got up to chapter 8 on City of Brass, and I do have an update for you guys. It starts in Egypt, and there's so many references to the Eastern culture and religion and like the traditions that I'm really enjoying. It's a breath of fresh air compared to the Western, basically everything Western things that we hear or read in books. So I'm really liking that. I don't particularly like this whole, in the beginning I didn't like the fact that this jinn came and basically just dragged this girl to Devapad, right? What this book is about is a girl named Nari, and she lives in Egypt, and she's a con artist. So she swindles rich people out of their money. And she doesn't believe in magic essentially, but during one of these zars, it's like a ritual where they call upon the spirits, right? And she doesn't believe in it, and then she can speak this language that nobody else can. So she uses that language and she puts on a show, which ends up actually calling a jinn. So this jinn comes, and because Nari accidentally calls on him, and he realizes that she's a descendant from this long forgotten race of magical healers, something like that, and he's taking her to Devapad. It's nice. I like the story, I like the writing, and I like the characters, because at first I didn't like Dara, who is the jinn, because he sounded very much like Tamlin in Akata, where just like, okay, I'm gonna save the damsel in distress and take her away and not give her like a choice in the matter, like he decides her fate. But I mean, throughout the journey, you kind of see Dara's point of view as and why he's so grumpy all the time, and he's actually like an interesting person when he's not. And we don't really know his intentions of taking her to the cities, because I don't think it's solely because he wants her to be safe, but I don't know, right? And the world is still like very new to me, and they do give us a lot of information about the history and the wars, and like about this war between jinns, and then there's like these other creatures. Okay, it's just a lot of question marks around my head. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading, and I'll update you a little later. I think I'm gonna read another 8 chapters, and Aisha knows a lot about Islamic mythology, so I'm asking her everything and learning all the words and these traditions, because one thing that writer does so well is that there's not a lot of info dumping in this book, right? She mentions certain words and traditions in the Islamic culture. You kind of have to figure it out on your own, or like you Google it and you learn what it is. So I learned from Aisha because she knows a lot, and the more you know about it, the more interesting the story is. So if you don't know, I highly recommend you look it up and you be aware, because you can actually miss certain things, and you can miss crucial and interesting things about this book. So I'm gonna read a few more chapters and I will hit you later. Okay guys, it's a few hours later. I really need to show you this because I just found the coolest thing on Twitter while I was looking at the Readathon threads. Okay, I have to show you this. Okay, this is an avatar that you can actually create, right? And this is a door, so I'm still in the middle of creating it. Like, you can make your own character, your own avatar. You can like change the hair and look at it, like, I don't know. Now I can see how it looks like. It's so, oh my god. Okay. I need to do this properly, like after work, but like I just found this, and like eyebrows. Okay, I'm gonna create this and I will show you. I'll also link this in the description if anybody wants to create it. Okay guys, it's done. Are you ready to see it? Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Ta-da! Oh my god. This is my avatar. Woo! How cool is she? Like, woo. Those features, the eyebrows. can actually change the poses as well, so different ones. Then that I personally like this, so I'm gonna keep it. This is my avatar. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm done. Guys, this book, it is so good. This goddamn book, it is so good. Oh my god, I can't. Look at this. Look how much I've read. Okay, I can't stop until Aisha asked me whether I'm at like chapter 16, which is what we were planning to get to together and then discuss. I didn't even realize I have passed that chapter. I just kept reading. I can't. I love it so much. I like it. I love it so much so that I'm gonna actually read it again. I'm going to reread this once we finish, but for the moment, no, see, like I think I'm in chapter 17 now, and I'm in chapter 18 now, and I have to wait for Inosha and Aisha to catch up so that we can talk about it. But I can't wait that long. I can't wait till they finish. So instead of continuing, I'm actually gonna start from the beginning and just read it again, because I at this point I know everything, right? Like I know you guys, like I was very confused in the beginning, but now the story is falling into place. I know who these people are, I know what the world is, and I know what the magic system is. I'll keep it short. There are jinns in this world, but they are believed to be spirits because humans can't see them, and they live in this place called Devabad. Right now there's a whale in it that it's like the magical world, like it's like the wizarding world. Like you can't, it's in our world but you can't see it, humans can't see it. Nara is a jinn, but she is believed to be human. She doesn't know that she has magic in her, and she just knows that she can heal people, and she's a con artist living in Cairo. During one of these cons, like this woman asks her to heal her daughter, because, and then Nari, trying to like get some money out of her, does this ritual, which actually ends up calling the jinn Dara. So Dara is a jinn who used to serve the Nahids. Now on the other side, right, in Devabad there are different types of jinns. There are different tribes. There's also the other kinds called the Shafids, who are a mix of jinn and humans, and they are also looked down upon and considered half-bloods, right? So you can see the different, like the pure bloods and the half-bloods. That's like that distinction is like always been a conflict in history. It doesn't matter like which history, it's always been there, because like the purity of your blood determines your class, right? The jinns rule the humans and use them as playthings until God gave Suleiman this power ring to control the jinns, which is what he did with that power. And he actually split these jinns into 6 tribes so that they will fight amongst each other and leave the humans alone. So these are the tribes that still exist in their world to this day. Suleiman gave the power ring to the Nahids, who was his most trusted jinn. The rebellion came, and then the Katanis, who is what that's Ali's family and his bloodline, they overthrew the Nahids, and they are the ones ruling their world now. Now the Nahids are, see, it's very complicated because this is what I like about it, right? That political conflict that always exists. Nahids are actually, they are a tribe who don't look down upon the people who breed with humans, right? Or like the pure bloods and the half bloods. That's why they've managed to live in peace for so long, because of this Nahid ruling. Now because of the Katani ruling. But the thing is, like, you see that's what they portray, right? That's what they make it out to be. But you see the conflict between all of this in the world when you read it, and it's so complicated, it's so conflicting. And one thing she does so well is that she introduces these two characters right from the beginning, so you see both sides. And when they finally do meet, right, you can't pick a side, because there's just, you know, both their sides and you know where they're coming from. And that's one of the best things about this book, because when that finally came, I was just enjoying. It's like watching that scene with Cass and the Darkling in the Shadow and Bone episode, right? That meeting that we really look forward to is the same here. And when that actually comes, it's that built up and that backstories, everything just it connects so well. You just, yeah, I was eating it all up. And Dara is such a fantastic character. I had no idea, like, this is what his story is gonna be like, and I'm so glad it is not one of those brooding bad boy type demons or spirits, right? He is so much more, and you still don't know exactly what happens to him, because even he doesn't know. And this is such a good book. I can't wait to start the next one, and I'm just gonna read the first few bits, because it took me a while to get used to these the terms, right, in the world, like the hierarchy and the powers that they have, and the language, because this is not, there are some that I know from history and from Aisha telling me, but there are like completely new words from this book, specific to this book, so that took a while for me to get used to. But yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it, and I highly recommend you guys read it, because it is worth it. All these pages, it's worth it. You're gonna fly through this. So this clip is 12 minutes long, because I've been talking for 12 minutes, not talking, just gushing about this book for 12 minutes. So I'm gonna read this again from the beginning while my friends catch up, and then I will see you later, once I probably, yeah, maybe tomorrow, I think. Yeah, I have to read 8 more chapters tomorrow, so see you then. Okay, one more thing. Okay, no, before I go, one more thing is the family dynamics that I have to see. Like the king and the prince, the two princesses, like Ali and his brother, can't remember his name. Their dynamics are so, like, they can easily be rivals, because that is what you see a lot in books, and that's okay, right? I don't mind that if it's done well, but this is such a nice, refreshing thing to see. That's also another thing. Oh my god, I keep remembering things to tell you. Okay, yeah. First the relationship with Ali and Muntadir, that's the brother, and how much, like, how he always looks after Ali, because Ali is such a softie, okay? I love him so much. Like, he has one of the sweetest hearts, and of course the things he does go completely against his family, and that's something he's always gonna grapple with. And I think I mentioned this before in a video as well. I love that conflict when it comes up in books, especially in fantasy. This timeless conflict between loyalty and duty. Your loyalty to your family and the duty you owe to the city. So that is always something I really love to read, and they do it really well here, because what he does completely goes against his family and what they believe in. There's one scene that I really loved is when, this is like a big spoiler, so I'll put the thingy here so you can mute yourself. Oh, mute me. It's when he takes him to the cave and he shows the coffins of all the Nahids, and that's something so brutal. That, again, what I said, that even though like the Katanis make themselves out to be these peacemakers, they literally have the bodies of the Nahid family inside the cave, so that they can never find peace as long as they aren't burnt. So that was one of the horrific things that this family is doing, that nobody ever gets to see. And Ali sees it. Like his brother shows it to him when he's. So that scene in the cave with them. So one of the best scenes I've had. One of the best scenes I've read so far. As well as the last one I read is with Ali and his father, when he finally confronts Ali and tells him that he knows about his late night activities, I guess, and how he's like literally funding the rebellion. And the other thing I was getting at was how refreshing it is to see a different culture, different names, different languages, different traditions in like compared to all these Western and European things you see in all the books. It's not bad, right? But I love to see this, and I wish we have more of this because it's just so great. Okay, I'm done. My battery is dying as well, so I think the world, the universe needs me to just shut up. So I will see you tomorrow.